Fun fact: businesses love it when you impulse buy. They enjoy it when you make mindless buying decisions when you're on their websites or scrolling through their Instagram pages. Why do you think they offer discounts and have so many clearance sales during the course of the year? Obviously not because they care so much about you that they're trying to save you money. No. Whether you agree with me or not, businesses are in the business of getting money out of your pockets. Does that make them bad? No, they are in business. But if you do not find a way to stop yourself from impulse buying and falling for their tricks, it will take a long time for you to make some wealth for yourself or even have enough money or capital to start your own business. Welcome to my channel. My name is Antwiwaa. If this is the first time you're seeing my face, and if you're returning, what's up my G? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 tips that will help you stop or reduce impulse buying, so you can stop wasting or spending your savings or even money that is meant for your business. I'm not even going to lie, a good number of us, myself inclusive, have bought items on impulse that we regret buying after a day or 2 or even some weeks. And you realize that if you're not careful, this is something that will continue and become a cycle for you. So how do you stop yourself from buying things on impulse or buying things that you don't entirely need in the long run? First thing I advise you do is find out exactly what you usually impulse buy. For some people it's food, others is clothing, whether it be brand new clothing or thrifted clothing. Other people impulse buy shoes, bags. Some people impulse buy makeup, skincare. So sit down and identify exactly what you usually impulse buy, and this is a very easy step. You just have to review the things you've bought recently and you can easily identify which things you usually buy on impulse. Once you've identified which things you usually buy on impulse, the next step is trying as much as possible to take any trigger or anything that tempts you to buy in your postings. For me, that could be unfollowing some hair pages on Instagram, for example, or unsubscribing to some emailing list that I may have subscribed to that always push discounts and sales to my inbox and tempts me to buy from them. For you, that could mean unfollowing some fashion pages on Instagram, or even unfollowing your favorite beauty influencer for some time until you build the habit of not buying every single thing she will comment in her videos or on her page. Because I personally know some people that have about 4 cleansers, 4 toners, 15, okay, that's an exaggeration, but so many products that serve the same purposes simply because someone that they love or someone that they adore on the internet has recommended that product, when in fact you just need one kind of that product to do the same job that all 6 of them are doing. The next step is decluttering and organizing your stuff in such a way that every single thing you own is in view and nothing is hidden from your sight. When you do this, you're able to see exactly what you have so that you prevent yourself from buying multiples of those things. If you're able to see all the color of jeans you have, all the color of tops you have, blazers you have, then the next time you're going in to buy some jeans or blazers, you know exactly which ones not to buy because it will be a repetition in your wardrobe, and you probably do not need 2 or more of the same items in your life. My next tip is to make a list of every single thing you need when it's time to go shopping. So whether it be grocery shopping or shopping for clothing, make a list of every single thing you need and try as much as possible to be disciplined enough to go in and get only what you need, only what is on your list, and leave without any additional item from the store or from the website or from the Instagram page. If you are able to make a list of items you need and strictly stick by them when you shop, you realize that you save yourself a lot of money and stop wasting money on things that you don't entirely need or things that you probably have at home. Then the next tip is make sure that you're revisiting your financial goals every now and then to remind yourself of the things that you are trying to achieve in terms of your finances. If you do not have any financial goals, that is something that you definitely want to flag and get to doing right away. Your financial goal could be saving a certain amount of money in a certain period, maybe a year, or investing a certain amount of money in a certain type of investment over a certain period. But make sure that you're not going through life and just winging it without having any financial goals at all. If you have financial goals, you know what type of things you're trying to achieve, and that will stop you from buying things unnecessarily because you know you have goals to achieve. And buying things when you don't need them is going to stop you from reaching your goals sooner than you expect. Then the next step is apportioning a certain amount to buying certain items. So for example, if you want to buy clothes every month, make sure that you have a budget for the kind of clothes you want to buy every month, and make sure that you never exceed that budget. If you're not sure how to go about budgeting, I have an entire video on how to budget, how to split money, and what percentages to give to what. So if you're interested in that video, I'll leave a link up here and also leave a link in the description box so you can check it out and figure out how to budget for yourself. Also, with regards to budgeting, another thing that will greatly help you is having a limit or a cap. So for example, your cap could be $100, which is about 600 cedis or 500 cedis. So anytime you see something that is $100, you would not buy it immediately. You could sleep on it for a day or two, or even a week if you can, and then come back later to see if that item is something that you truly need or just something that you wanted to have and you really don't have a need for. This tip is for people who love to look good and are always buying clothing, jewelry, shoes, bags, stuff like that. So if you're going to buy a skirt, for example, and you see yourself wearing it just one time, or you don't see the color or the design of the skirt going with other things in your wardrobe, you should definitely stay away from it. It doesn't matter what sort of discount is on it. It doesn't matter if it's 50% off. You have no business buying that skirt if you don't see yourself wearing it multiple times. See, what businesses do is that they offer discounts on items that they sell, or sometimes they have clearance sales. Usually the discounts will be valid for a certain period because they are trying to trick your brain to believing that after a month or after the period that has been allocated for that clearance sale or that discount, the item will go back to its original price, and then you have to pay full price for the item. If you must shop during a sale, make sure that you're buying only the things you need. The fact that you wanted a dress and this jeans is 50% off doesn't mean that you should buy it as well. Otherwise, try as much as possible to avoid sales or any business that is selling to you in limited time and is kind of like forcing or putting the fear of missing out in you in order to sell their products. And the next step is reward yourself every single time you walk away from impulse buying. And this may sound a little bit contradictory because it may sound like I'm saying that, well, you were able to avoid spending money on something that you shouldn't have bought, so now reward yourself by spending money on something else. Is that what I'm saying? No, that is not what I'm saying. This is something that people usually practice and they call it the jar method. It could be a jar, it could be anything that, any container that you want. Basically, every single time you stop yourself from buying anything on impulse, write the amount of whatever you did not buy. So say if you wanted to buy a bag, for instance, and the bag costs $75, you write that $75 on a piece of paper and put it into the jar, and in a month, 2, or maybe in a year, you can open that jar, add up all the monies that you would have spent on whatever items it is that you have spent, and just looking at the amount of money that you have saved over the period is enough reward to keep you and ginger you to keep avoiding impulse buying. If you have a friend who is into buying stuff on impulse, definitely feel free to share the video with them so they can walk away from buying stuff that you don't need or buying stuff that you'll end up regret buying in the long run. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want more videos from me, definitely smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And let me know in the comment section what items you usually buy on impulse or what items you usually buy without really thinking about it. I would love to know in the comment section, so definitely let me know what items you buy on impulse in the comment section, and I will see you in one of these videos.